Hey everybody, today I wanted to do a quick video on my newest GoPro accessory. I just received it today. I purchased this on Amazon for I believe like $25. Excuse me. And what happened was I was tired of always having to change out the little batteries we get with our GoPro. You know, you get these batteries, you get about an hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes. You know, maybe 2 hours if you turn everything off on your GoPro, and you know you're always fiddling with changing the batteries. And I have some vacations I'm going on in the next few months, and I really didn't want to be, I wanted something that had a little more power to it, a little longer run time. So I was doing some research and I came across this extended battery pack. It's the Wasabi Power. It's a 2500 milliamp battery. This is the box it came in. I've already taken everything out, as you can see. This is the box. It's a 2500 milliamp extended battery for the GoPro Hero 5 Black. The box is just, it tells you what it includes. You know, a battery for the GoPro, frame mount. It's not waterproof. An extension mount arm with thumb screw and a micro USB charging cable. And on the other side, it's just got some information on, if you have any questions, how to contact Wasabi. Inside, you have like it says, a micro USB cable rather. I'm sorry, micro USB cable. Regular size, and then the end that goes into the GoPro. Your mount and a thumb screw. And if you're like me, and you have a GoPro, you probably have 1,000 of these or so laying around. You get this real nifty little pamphlet on the Wasabi, and it tells you, thank you for purchasing, over 10 years, yada yada. Again, information, email and phone on how to contact them. Evidently, they're in Sonoma, California. They got some websites how to find them. And then it tells you how to take off, if you don't already know, how to take off the side door so you can access the ports you need. And when you turn it over, it tells you your charging percentages. If there's no little squares, you got 0 to 10, 10 to 40, 40 to 70, and then 70 to 100%. It tells you how to connect the extended battery. And this is the cool thing. It gives you some new icons that you might see on your GoPro that you may not be aware of. That's why it's upside down. Okay. You have the internal battery, which is what the GoPro is indicating now. I know it's upside down, but right there, it's got the indicator how much battery life you have left in the internal battery. If you get this battery icon with what's supposed to be a lightning bolt, it's running off of the Wasabi. And if you have this, you have an external USB-C power source, which means you've got a cable plugged into here. We'll get into that. There's the port right there, and this is attached to your GoPro. And then they send you this frame. Now the frame, let me take this apart real quick. The thing about the frame is, as you can tell here in a second, it's definitely wider than the GoPro is, than the original frame. And as it says, this is not waterproof, so don't even think about it putting it in the water. I mean, just don't. It's not waterproof at all. Your door's open. It's exposed. But you can tell it's a lot wider, and a lot long, all the way around, obviously. So we'll set that aside. The Wasabi's real simple. Let me turn it off. No, that didn't turn it off. Alright, that turned it off. There we go. Alright, as you know, if you don't already know, you push this little button, the door slides, you pull it up, and you very gently just nestle it and nudge it towards the bottom, and that little C piece right there, you can see that in the camera. I'm using my Android phone, sorry guys. that little part right there comes off of that wire right there, that little bar. So don't lose this, please, for the love of God, don't lose this. All right, once that's done, you can see your HDMI and your USB-C port. It's just real simple. Take this, you line it up, and I mean it pops right in. There's a little button on the side right here, and there's the indicator. Okay, you hit the button, and if it doesn't come on, it turns it on. There's your external USB to charge it. Okay, and when we turn it around and we turn it on, give it a minute, boot it up. All right, you can see the difference. There's the indicator. See, it's really loose. This is the only thing I don't like about it. Okay, I've already, I mean, just in playing with it in these 20 minutes or so since I've opened it, you can see the icon. It's got the little lightning bolt, but you can see how easy, I mean, there's really nothing holding it together. So unless it's in the frame, you're going to run into problems. I mean, just, you know, just putting it on there, it's not lining up properly, and not as much as I would have liked. And you can see how easy it comes out. I mean, you really gotta be careful. It's definitely got to be in the frame, or you're gonna have to figure out some way to get this to stay secure if you're not going to try and use the frame. Now here comes the fun part. This is the other con for me, as far as I'm concerned, is there's only one way in and out of this frame, and that's to open this up in this fashion and try to muscle this in there. There's no other way. It doesn't have a latch on it like the standard GoPro frame does. You gotta, I'll get that in frame there. You gotta spread it out, and I'm really afraid that over time, you know, this is gonna break, and it's gonna come apart, and it's gonna chew up the finish and the rubber finish on your GoPro. That's what I'm afraid of. You can already see, I don't know if you can tell that or not, but it's already starting to scuff it up. You got to be real careful about how it fits in there. But once it's in there, it's secure. Then you just do like it says. You can take this out and mount it, or you can mount it to any one of your hundreds of GoPro accessories. Like I have the GoPro 3-way arm here. You know, you mount this to it right there. You know, it's going to take a little finagling because it's an aftermarket part. And then, like I said, you just screw that in there, and you're all set. You know, and now you've got up to, from what I understand, you've got up to 5 hours of battery time. You know, not plugged in. The Wasabi is going to give you up to 4 hours of charging the internal battery, because that's all it's doing. You're not running off of the Wasabi. You're actually constantly charging the internal battery, and it'll charge that battery for up to 4 hours. And then you'll probably get 2 more hours or hour and a half or whatever you're set up for on the internal battery. Now, third con, you lose access to your LCD screen. So, if you're not using the app on your Android or your iPhone, and using your phone as a view screen, you can't access the settings. You can't change anything. You can't see what you're shooting. It's essentially turned it into a GoPro 4 or 3. You know, because you don't have it. It's gone, obviously. I mean, you know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why. So, you know, if these things are an issue for you, then, you know, you may consider passing on this and just do like I've been doing for the last 3 years or 2 years that I've had this, and just swapping out batteries. If you're okay with it, and you like me, you use the phone, you know what? That's not a bad. It's not a deal breaker. For the extra time, you know, you're on vacation, you're doing some videos like I'm doing tonight, or you know, you're just vlogging, or you're just videotaping, you know, you and your friends out and about. The extra battery time, I think, it'll be worth it. So I'm going to play with this thing for a couple of weeks and see how it turns out, and I'll do a follow-up video in 2 weeks or so, and let you guys know what I think about it. But that's my take on the Wasabi power battery pack. We'll just put that right there for now. So, you know, if you enjoyed the video, and it helped you make a decision on something, you know, let me know. Like, subscribe, and share the video. Let your friends know about it. We're going to have a lot more videos coming up for the GoPro Hero 5, you know, in the 6 when I get mine. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.